Hey mama, are you feeling overwhelmed? Like no matter how hard you try, you're still not the mom you know you were meant to be? I get it, and I'm here to tell you you were designed for more, and together we can get you there. Welcome to the Nature to Nurture podcast. I'm Tiffany, an early childhood specialist, advocate, and mom on this journey with you. I've spent years supporting families and working with children in those critical first 5 years of life, where every moment counts. But here's the thing. The same caregiving practices that help 0 to 5-year-olds thrive are the very same practices that help us, as adults, live purposeful, connected, and thriving lives. It all begins with intention, mindfulness, and showing up for ourselves and our kids. In this podcast, I'll help you discover simple tips and practices for raising your little ones with intention and care, while also guiding you to become the caregiver that you've always wanted to be, the one that you dream of. Each week, I'll share stories from my own life, some practical strategies, and research-backed insights to help you slow down, reconnect, and find joy in the everyday moments. Whether it's creating a bit of time for unstructured play, setting up your nurturing routines, or taking care of yourself as you care for your kids. This is the place for you. If you're ready to embrace the kind of motherhood that feels aligned with who you truly are, be sure to follow the podcast, leave a review, and join our supportive community. We are here to lift each other up every step of the way. All right, Mama, let's dive into today's episode. Hello, friend, and welcome back to Nature to Nurture, where we talk about slowing down and connecting with our kids in simple, meaningful ways. I'm Tiffany, and I'm here with you on this journey of discovering the joy, resilience, and creativity that comes from letting our children lead the way. You know, as parents, we all want what's best for our kids. And sometimes it feels like we need to fill every moment with something meaningful, right? Something they can learn from. But today, let's take a step back. I want to talk about one of the best things that we can give our children. And it is not more lessons or activities or planned out play dates. It is unstructured, open-ended play where they get to decide, discover, and dive into their own imaginations. And in this episode, we're talking about why unstructured play is so powerful and the incredible ways that it helps our kids blossom. Let's start with a little bit about what unstructured play actually means. I want you to think of it as a time when kids get to explore on their own terms, with no one hovering over them with rules or expectations. They just get to be. And what they create in these moments is incredible. When I think back to my own childhood, those afternoons when I'd roam around with friends, building little worlds out of rocks and leaves underneath the trampoline, those are what stand out the most. There is something so magical about that kind of play. It's like kids have a whole universe that only they can see and explore. And as parents, letting go a little bit and giving them that space can be just as magical for us too. We hear so much these days about the importance of activities and learning, and those are valuable too. But unstructured play has something really special to offer. It gives kids a chance to develop the skills that aren't easy to teach. You know, the ones that we're really trying to help them figure out. Skills like resilience, creativity, and independence. And one of my favorite parts about stepping back and letting my kids do their own thing is this pure surprise of what they come up with. I mean, let me tell you about my son. The last time we went to the lake, the kids grabbed a marshmallow skewer and his little goggles, and suddenly he is a spearfisher, diving into the water with his own mission, living out his little adventure. I can only imagine what he was able to see as he was swimming along these lake walls made out of this sandstone where I know the fish were definitely hiding. But he wasn't just playing. He was building confidence, facing the water with his own courage, and having the time of his life. That's something that no lesson could have given him. And then, just the other week, we had a pumpkin carving party. And the kids wanted to go and play outside. It was dark, starting to get a little chilly. We did have a bonfire going, but they decided to go ahead and grab their glow sticks, go away from the fire, and come up with their own game. And what did they come up with? Glow in the dark, capture the flag. No one suggested it. They just gathered some glow sticks and got to it, creating the rules and the teams, of course, boys versus girls, all on their own. It was so cool to see them running around in the dark, laughing. You could hear them strategizing. They were just completely caught up in the world that they'd created. And moments like that are where memories are made. And they're learning skills that will stick with them for life. Skills like teamwork, creativity, and maybe even a little bit of bravery running around in the dark. We did get a couple of scrapes, but nothing a Band-Aid couldn't help. So what's really happening here in these play without a plan moments? Well, a lot more than we might realize. And here are just a few ways that unstructured play helps to give our kids the skills that they need to thrive. First, creativity and imagination. When there are no set rules, kids get to shape their world however they want. Sticks can become magic wands, stones can become hidden treasure, and they're using parts of their imagination that don't always get activated, especially in structured settings. Next, it teaches them confidence and independence. Kids who play freely learn to rely on their own ideas and to make decisions independently. It's one of the best ways that they can grow their confidence because they feel like their ideas matter. And they do. They see it play out. And the last thing that I want to chat on is problem-solving skills. That's right. Your kids are problem-solving, especially when you're not there to save the day. Now, this one is huge. In unstructured play, kids are going to encounter natural challenges, like figuring out how to capture the flag or how to dive in with a spearfish skewer. And by facing these challenges, they're building resilience, and they're learning how to work through obstacles. And they're learning how to work with their peers, especially if you are not coming in and solving their social situations. Unstructured play is a mini training ground for life, and watching them grow through these moments feels so rewarding. So here's the big question. How can we make sure that our kids are getting plenty of these moments? Well, here are a few ideas that you can try this week. Simply, get outside. Nature is the ultimate playground. Whether it's a nearby park, a trail, or even just your backyard, outdoor spaces give kids room to explore. Second, I want you to limit the toys and the props that you're providing. Sometimes the fewer toys, the better. Encourage your kids to use what they find around them and to create their own little adventures. Sticks and stones are our best friends. And finally, I want you to step back and watch. One of the hardest things can be resisting the urge to jump in. But trust me, it's worth it. Step back, breathe, observe, and take in what they're doing. Watch the emotion that comes across their face. Ponder what they will decide. And let your child take the lead. I guarantee you are going to be surprised at what you see. As parents, we're often so wrapped up in being the planners, the facilitators, the ones making sure that everything is just right for our kids. But when we make room for unstructured play, we're giving the gift of self-led discovery, and we're giving ourselves the gift of stepping back. It's a chance to pause, to let go of the activity planning, and to witness the pure joy, creativity, and wonder in our kids that often goes unnoticed in the rush of daily life. There's something so beautiful about just watching and letting ourselves feel that quiet joy in their laughter, their focus, their discoveries. So let's embrace those moments. I really hope that this episode inspires you to find even more ways to bring unstructured play into your family's life, and to find your own peace in simply watching your children grow. And speaking of peace, I'd love to invite you to a special gratitude and grounding for the holidays on November 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. This is a virtual event, and we're going to take time to center ourselves, connect, and set intentions for a mindful holiday season. You can join me by registering at bit.ly/gratitude and grounding. I'll leave that down in the show notes for you. And I want to thank you for being here, for supporting this journey with Nature to Nurture. And if you enjoyed this, please share it with a friend who might need a reminder to step back and simply watch. I'll see you next time. And remember, the best moments don't always come from plans. They come from play.